The National Bank of Oman has joined an illustrious club in the Sultanate and across the Middle East and North Africa region. Here to tell us more, Ahmed Al-Musalmi and Wasfi Al-Said. Now, your bank is issuing bonds, only the second to do so in your country. Why was it important to take part?
First of all, to diversify the funding profile of the bank, the funding base. Traditionally, what we've been doing is through the interbank borrowings and the customer deposits, but it's very important that we diversify the funding base. That's a lot more sustainable and also it helps a lot in mitigating the risks that are associated with concentration, whether it's on deposits or whether it's on the other side of the balance sheet. So for us, it has been a great success, and this bond, under the price we have actually closed the deal, it just shows how much it's going to help us in reducing the overall cost of funds.
Now, having more access to bond markets, of course, increases your liquidity position. Can you tell me how this decision alone is going to help your bank in terms of building up investment capital?
It's a large issue. It's very prominent. We've just closed the deal on the bond, $500 million, which is quite a large amount. We've had a lot of interest from all of those countries that we talked about, particularly pleasing from European countries and particularly from London. So we've managed to touch a wide range of investors, some of the largest and most prominent investors in the world, and that will have a knock-on effect. Up to now, Oman's been one of the best kept secrets in the Middle East and certainly the Gulf. Everyone knows many of our neighbours. So this has given an opportunity for these investors to get to know Oman a lot better. These people will be producing research reports. They'll create a lot of buzz and a lot of noise around it in terms of our investment flows into the country. And in terms of our tourism potential, tourism, one of the main diversifiers for the country. And this is the Vision 2020, where we expect tourism to form a good part of the GDP and diversify away from oil and gas. And this is another way that we can help to achieve that for the country, I think.
And also, I think from the banking sector perspective, when it comes to contributing to the overall economic diversification, which actually is under the government Vision 2020, the key focus is to reduce dependence on oil and gas. What we have seen is there is a tremendous amount of interest from all the markets that we have visited, Singapore, Hong Kong and London, a tremendous amount of interest from investors to actually invest in Oman. And Oman has been a very good story. We have showcased the story of Oman. Government is investing a lot into infrastructure development in the country. There are mega projects that have been announced, and these projects obviously need a lot of financing. Once they get access to the global funding base, this will give a chance to the local banks to participate in a lot more substantial way going forward.
What sort of infrastructure projects are foreign investors looking to get involved with in Oman?
We have quite a number of those. I mean, under every sector of the economy, starting, for example, with the ports. We have got the new port, Duqm, in the central part of the country, is a mega project in infrastructure development. Again, it's part of the overall vision of the government to diversify the economy. And there is tourism. Again, a lot of interest we see in terms of hotels, for example. We see quite a number of interest from different investors who are interested to invest into the tourism industry. It's a very, very attractive.
Though there are many opportunities for investment, some people might be turned away, frankly, because of the region that you're based in. How does that affect people's confidence?
If you'd asked that question 15 to 20 years ago, then yes, there would have been an impact. I mean, people didn't know much about the region at all. A lot of what was coming out was quite scary. Today, people are a lot more sophisticated. So we don't get our news from just one source. We have access to the internet, blogs. There's a lot of dialogue going on. So the truth tends to come out a lot more quickly than before. And I think that, the people are able today to differentiate between the Gulf region, which is really relatively peaceful, and some of the sort of wider MENA region where most of the geopolitical issues are occurring. So I think when it comes to the GCC, we are not really impacted when it comes to investment. People are looking to invest in all of the GCC countries. Oman is particularly attractive. It's a very stable economy. It's a beautiful destination, sun, sea, sand, 1,800 kilometers of coastline. People want to participate in that story, and the more they know about it, the more they'll want to do that. And Oman is very strategically located. It's located in the center of Persia and Africa, and God willing, when peace starts to become a reality in the wider region, Oman will be well placed to form the centerpiece, a logistics hub, a commercial hub that stretch all the way from Persia into Africa, and I think that's very exciting for all of us.